The AC/DC album, Flick of the Switch, is now a little bit over the age of 42. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison. I have a few videos on AC/DC on Flick of the Switch on my Sean Morrison Rocks YouTube channel, talking about a few songs. I think I have a classic album review on it. But, AC/DC was filling my mind this morning, and it's a very underrated album, which is an album I do enjoy, even though it didn't match the sales figures of Fiddle Was About to Rock and Back in Black. But, always a always a cool album, which came out on August the 19th of 1983, and this was the last album at the time to feature Phil Rudd before he returned to the band on the 1995 album Ball Breaker. And wasn't a bad album. Like I said, we had three singles that were released: Guns for Hire, Flick of the Switch, and Nervous Shakedown. Nervous Shakedown was more the UK. The other Guns for Hires and I believe Flick of the Switch were just for the US, or for both that and the UK. But either way, this was an album that the band got back to basics. They were having problems with Malcolm Young with his drug and alcohol abuse, and then same thing with Phil Rudd. Eventually, Phil Rudd got fired right before the album was released, even though former Oklahoma drummer B.J. Wilson came in to record some parts, but they were never used. They even had Simon Kirk from the Bad Company and Paul Thompson from Roxy Music audition, but that never happened. Of course, Simon Wright came and replaced Rudd and was on the next couple of albums. But now, I wanted to get into the album because I never had a problem with it, and now you can ask me 42 years later, I still listen to the album. Yes, I certainly do. And featured the classic lineup of Brian Johnson, Angus Young, Malcolm Young, Cliff Williams, and of course on the drums, Mr. Phil Rudd. And every song in here I definitely did enjoy. Rise and Power, House is on Fire, Flick of the Switch, Nervous Shakedown, Landslide, Guns for Hire is deep in the whole Bellum and Belgium and Badlands, Brain Shake. All great fucking songs that I cannot complain about one bit. It did in the United States peak only at number 15 on the Billboard Top 200. Still went platinum though. It did well in other countries as well. But ever since this tour, the band doesn't even do any of these songs live anymore, and they're hoping that fans always get the hope maybe hearing a song from here and there on this this upcoming Power Up tour to perform it live. But they drop some other stuff out. They gotta add this, but then they add other songs from other albums. If you know what I'm saying. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else has to subscribe. Thank you very much for the continued love out and support. It's really appreciated. Do I listen to all these songs off this album? I honestly do. I don't feel they're played out. I can listen to Flick of the Switch from start to finish when I'm in the mood. I've done it before. I'll do it again. No complaints at all. Favorite song off the album has to be Flick of the Switch and Rising Power and This House is on Fire, and also let's not forget Guns for Hire are my top 4 in the year of 2025 going into 2026. So friends, what are your favorite songs off the AC/DC Flick of the Switch album? Leave your comments here. Shame, shame, shame.